Welcome you all for the channel. Let us discuss fault through impedance. All the faults which we discussed in the previous section consisting of direct short circuit between the lines and between one or two lines to the ground. In these cases, the impedance between the fault point was considered as zero. So there may be a situation in which the fault path includes an impedance between the faulted points. So in that situation, the analysis is carried out similar to that the previous section, except that the fault impedance is included at appropriate points in the circuit obtained by connecting sequence network. So hence, we are not elaborating in much details. So let us consider the first fault, that is a single line to ground fault on an unloaded generator through a fault impedance. So let us consider that. So there is a single line to ground fault across IA and there is a neutral impedance having the ZL value. Okay, with there is a fault impedance which we are considering, that is the ZF between a single line to ground. So earlier we were not considering this. Now there is a fault which is happening across a circuit A through a fault impedance. Okay, and we know that the terminal conditions are, so the voltage of the other two phases should be the zero. Okay, sorry, the voltage of that of the phase, it is zero, and the current of the other phases should be the zero. Okay, so here in this case it is not going to be zero because it is the fault which is mainly depending upon the value of the fault impedance. So that is VA is equal to IA into ZF, and the current of the other two phases are IB and the ICR 0. Okay, then now we have to calculate the symmetrical component relation. So already we know that. So the two parameters of the current IB and the IC is 0. That's why we are calculating the current. Okay, so we know that IA naught is equal to 1 by 3 times IA plus IB plus IC. So here IB and IC are 0. So this will become IA naught will become 1 by 3 times of IA. Similarly, IA1 will become 1 by 3 times of IA plus A into IB plus A square and IC. So IB and IC is 0. So directly we will get 1 by 3 times of IA. So similarly, IA2 is 1 by 3 times of IA plus A square IB plus A into IC. So hence we will get 1 by 3 times of IA. So it is nothing but we can write from these three equations. IA1 is equal to IA2, that is equal to IA0. This is equal to 1 by 3 times of IA. Okay, or else if you wanted to write IA, it is 3 times of IA1 or 3 times of IA2 or 3 times of IA0. Okay, so from this already we know that this is the terminal condition of the equation VA. Okay, so this is nothing but we are calculating that it is a meaning that the single line to ground fault, which is consisting of the three symmetrical component of positive, negative and also 0. Okay, so that's why we need to calculate what is the VA0, VA1 and VA2. So that is equal to, it is earlier it was VA. Okay, now what is VA? VA is equal to IA into ZF. Okay, and also we wanted to write that what is IA from this equation. We can write that IA is equal to 3 times of IA0. Okay, 3 times of IA0 multiplied by ZF. Okay, so it is nothing but IA into ZF is equal to 3 times of IA0 and IA into ZF. Okay, so from where we got this is 3 times of IA0 from our equation. Okay, so these two equation, one, this is the equation and this is another equation. Based on this we can suggest that it should be connected in a series. Okay, so this is what the interconnection sequence network. So this is VA1, VA2 and VA0. Everything is connected in series because the voltage is going to add up. Okay, so VA1 is consisting of EA1 and Z1. So hence the current which is flowing is IA1, the same current which is entering into the VA2. Okay, and having the impedance Z2. Okay, so that's why this will become IA2. and for the VA naught it is Z naught and IA naught. So what is Z naught? Z naught is equal to ZG naught plus 3Z. Already we discussed that. And one more thing is 3ZF, which is considered here. Okay, what is the current of IA naught which is flowing in the circuit? It is multiplied to the 3ZF. Okay, so that's why we are representing here. So this the figure which is the same as the single line to ground fault without considering the impedance. There is a small difference is that with considering impedance, we have to consider 3 times of ZF value. Okay, so based on this, we have to find out the sequence quantities. Already we know that IA1 is equal to IA2 and also it is equal to IA naught. Okay, IA naught, IA1 and IA2 are equal. And what is the source of EMF is EA1 is equal to EA, and total impedance is Z1 plus Z2 plus Z0 plus 3ZF. Okay, so this impedance also we need to consider. And also we know that VA1 is equal to EA1, that is equal to EA minus IA1 Z1. So we know that substitute this value IA1 in this equation. What is IA1? It is EA divided by Z1 plus Z2 plus Z0 into 3ZF. Okay, after substituting this we will get the simplification equation. It is EA multiplied by Z2 plus Z0 plus 3ZF divided by Z1 plus Z2 plus Z0 plus 3ZF. Okay, similarly for VA2 it is minus IA2 Z2, substitute this IA2. Okay, so that is EA divided by Z1 plus Z2 plus Z0 plus 3ZF. Okay, and for VA0 is equal to minus IA0 Z0. So substitute this value IA0. Okay, we will get minus EA into Z0 divided by Z1 plus Z2 plus Z0 plus 3ZF. Okay, so we have to calculate what is the fault current. Here we are considering that the fault current is across the circuit A. Okay, IA can be written as it is 3 times of IA0. What is IA0? This equation. So this equation we need to substitute here. Okay, EA divided by Z1 plus Z2 plus Z0 plus 3ZF. Okay, so if the neutral is left ungrounded, what will happen? It is going to be Z0 will become infinite. Okay, 1 over of infinite will become, it is 0. Okay, if the circuit is left ungrounded, so what will happen? The fault current will become 0. So this is what we need to consider. Okay, next condition is line to line fault on an unloaded generator through a fault impedance. Okay, so here there is a fault which is happening between the circuit B and the C and with the fault impedance ZF. Okay, so terminal conditions are, what will happen? Other part of the network of the current will become 0. So that is IA will become 0. Okay, and so and also we know that there is a fault between the IB and the IC. One is forward, another is a reverse. So hence it is in the return path. So what will happen? IB plus IC will become 0, or IC can be written as it is minus IB. So here, so one more thing is, you can see to that actually in the earlier cases between the line to line fault, so what is the voltage across the VB is equal to VC, or the VC is equal to VB. So here we can see to that there is a small difference, that is VB is equal to VC plus IB into ZF because of the fault. And what is the current which is flowing across the fault impedance? So that's what we have to consider. So VB is equal to VC plus IB into ZF. Okay, so we have to consider the symmetrical component relation. So here we know that IB plus IC is equal to 0, IA is also 0. So hence it is better to calculate the current rather than the voltage. That's why we are calculating what is IA0, IA1 and IA2. Okay, IA0 is equal to 1 by 3 times IA plus IB plus IC. So IA is 0, IB plus IC is also 0. We will get IA0 is equal to 0. Similarly for IA1 is equal to 1 by 3 times IA plus E into IB plus A square into IC. Okay, so IA is 0, substitute that. So IB, okay, so here we know that IC can be written as it is minus IB, substitute this. Okay, substitute this, you will get A minus A square of IB. Okay, this is not, it is 0. Okay, So similarly for IA2, we will get 1 by 3 of IA plus A square IB plus A into IC. Substitute that IC is equal to minus IB. You will get A square minus A into IB. So already we know that this is nothing but it is J, okay, root 3. So okay, this is a plus J root 3. So this is become minus J, okay, root 3 we will get. Okay, one is positive, another one is negative. Okay, so what will happen? IA0 is equal to 0. So IA1 is equal to minus of IA2 because this is a plus, this is a minus sign. Okay, so it is meaning that the VA0, if it is IA0 is 0, it is understood that VA0 is 0. Okay, so there is a presence of VA1 and VA2 because of the presence of the IA1 and IA2. So what is VA1? VA1 is equal to 1 by 3 times of VA plus A into VB plus A square into VC. And what is VA2? VA2 is equal to 1 by 3 times of VA plus A square VB plus A into VC. So you can see to that. Okay. So what is VA1 minus VA2? Okay. Substitute that. After doing the simplification, we will get. Okay. So it is A minus A square VB minus VC. So already we know that what is VB minus VC from this equation. Okay. So from this equation, okay, what is VB is equal to VB is equal to VB plus VB is equal to VC plus IB into ZF. Okay, so what will happen? VB minus VC is equal to IB into ZF. Okay, substitute that VB minus VC is equal to IB into ZF. Okay, so this can be written as, so what is that? 1 by 3 times A minus A square IB. Okay, so this is nothing but we can write A minus A square into IB. Okay, so can be written as it is IA1 because already we know that. Okay, what is IA1? IA1 is equal to 1 by 3 times of A minus A square IB. Okay, substitute this. You will get VA1 minus VA2 is equal to IA1 into ZF. Okay, so this is nothing but can be written as VA1 is equal to VA2 plus IA1 into ZF. Already we know that IA0 is equal to 0, VA0 is equal to 0, so this is going to be 0. So it is a meaning that, however, the zero sequence network which is a present, but it is isolated and it is short circuit itself. Okay, that's why what will happen? It is Z0, VA0 is consisting IA0 and Z0. It is short circuit by that circuit only. Okay, from this equation can be written as, okay, this equation will suggest that where we have to consider the value of the fault impedance. Okay, look at this VA1. Okay, so VA1 is EA1, Z1, IA1, and we have to consider the ZF where the ZF is between IA1 and I2. Okay, because IA1 is flowing into the circuit of ZF. Okay, resulting in, so we will get it is VA2 consisting of IA2 and Z2. Okay, so from this we can write the sequence quantities. IA1 is equal to minus IA2. So what is the source of EMF? EA divided by total impedance. It is Z1, Z2 and ZF. It is not the 3 times of ZF. Okay, just we have to see to that. And already we know that VA0 IA0 is equal to 0. So we have to calculate what is the VA1. VA1 is equal to EA minus IA1 Z1. So already we know that what is the IA1. It is EA divided by Z1 plus Z2 plus ZF. Okay, by substituting this we will get VA1 is equal to EA into Z1 plus ZF divided by Z1 plus Z2 plus ZF. Okay, similarly for the VA2, substitute that is minus IA2 Z2. Okay, substitute that what is IA2. Okay, so this is the equation EA divided by Z1 plus Z2 plus ZF. Okay, after simplifying this we will get the final equation. But what we have to calculate? We have to calculate the fault current. So here there is a fault which is taking place between the B and the circuit C. So we are assuming that there is a fault which is exist either across the B or the C. So let us consider if the fault is occurring across the circuit B, this will become IA0 plus A square IA1 plus A into IA2. Okay, so we will get what is IA0 is already 0. Okay, substitute that IA1, we know that what is IA2? IA2 is minus of IA1. Okay, So this is what we will get, a square minus a into ia 1 we will get. Okay, so hence the final equation what we will get is minus j root 3 times of ia1. Okay, if considering that this is the magnitude of that, so we will get root 3 times of ia1. What is ia1? It is ea divided by z1 plus z2 plus zf. Okay, so this is the final equation. If is equal to root 3 times of ea divided by z1 plus z2 plus zf. So since the z0 which is not appearing means the zero sequence impedance which is not there, which is not present in this equation. So hence the ground neutral does not affect on the fault current. Let us consider that the next type of fault, that is double line to ground fault on an unloaded generator through a fault impedance. Okay, so there is a fault between the B and the C through a fault impedance to the ground. Okay, the terminal condition we know that Ia is equal to 0, but here you can see to that Vb is equal to, because both the current which are entering into the ground point. Okay, so that's why it is Ib plus Ic the multiplied by Zf. Okay, the same for the circuit Vc, it is Ib plus Ic into Zf. Okay, so we have to calculate the symmetrical component, the relation. Okay, so it is very difficult to know that either the voltage or the current. Okay, but if you're looking into that, the Vb and the Vc, it looks the same. So hence we are going with the voltage rather than the current. Okay, consider that Va1 is equal to 1 by 3 times of Va plus A into Vb plus A square into Vc. Okay, so substitute that. Okay, so because Vb is equal to Vc. Okay, or Vc is equal to Vb, because so what is the impedance means the what is the drop which is same as for the Vb and the Vc. Okay, consider that Vc is equal to Vb. Okay, based on these two equations. Okay, so Vc is equal to Vb, so we will get to a square, a plus a square into Vb. So we know that, okay, 1 plus a square. Okay, so we know that already we know that. Okay, 1 plus a plus, okay, a square is equal to 0. Okay, so by using this, so what we can write it as, okay, a plus a square can be written as minus 1. So hence the network will become 1 by 3 times of AVA minus VB. Okay, similarly for the VA2 you will get it is 1 by 3 times of VA plus A square VB plus A into VC. So same thing, VC is equal to VB. This will become A square plus A will become VB. Okay, VA minus VB. Okay, hence 1 plus A square is equal to 0. A plus A square will become minus 1. Similarly for the VA0 is equal to 1 by 3 times of VA plus VB plus VC. Also substitute that VC is equal to VB. So this will become 1 by 3 times of VA plus 2 VB. So thus what will happen, VA1 is equal to VA2, because what is the equation? It is as same as 1 by 3 times of VA minus VB. Okay, this is also same as. Okay, from this what we can write it is VA is equal to VA1 is equal to VA2. So make it this VA0 minus VA2. Okay, we know that what is VA0? It is 1 by 3 times of VA plus 2 into VB. So what we will get? It is, okay, after VA0 minus VA2. What is VA0? It is 1 by 3 times VA plus 2VB. Okay, so we will get, so VA will be get cancels, and minus into minus will become plus. So hence this is going to be an 3 times of VB. Okay, 3 will get cancelled, VB. So we know that what is VB? VB can be written as IB plus IC into ZF. Okay, this value IB plus IC into ZF. So what is IB plus IC? Okay, so that's what we have to see to that. Okay, So that is Va naught is equal Va naught minus Va1 can be written as Ib plus Ic into Zf. So this can be written as 3 into Ia naught. Okay. So this value means for the circuit means that 3 times of Ia naught, which we are going to prove. Okay. During the expression for the fault current. Okay. So what is Va naught? Va naught, okay, substitute this, make a rearrangement that Va naught is equal to Va2 in plus 3 times of Ia naught and the Zf value. So this is the condition says that Ia is equal to 0. So hence that Ia naught plus Ia1 plus Ia2 is equal to 0. So this suggests that sequence network should be connected in a parallel, and the fault impedance which is there between the negative and the zero sequence. Okay, based on that equation. Okay, from this what we can write, it is sequence quantities Ia1, okay, is equal to, so this is nothing but we can consider it is a branch current. Okay, Ia1 is equal to the source of Ea and okay, the Z1, and these two impedances Z1, okay, 3ZF and Z0 which are connected in series, and to the parallel combination of the Z2. Okay, so that's what we can read it, Z1 plus Z2 and 3ZF plus Z0 which is connected between the parallel to these circuits. Okay, so that's what we'll get Ia1, and Ia2 is equal to minus of Ia1. Okay, consider that. So this is the value of the branch current which is flowing, it is Ia1, and apply the current division formula. Okay, Ia2 is equal to minus Ia1, and the impedance of the other circuit, that is Z0 plus 3ZF divided by total impedance. Okay, similarly for the Ia0 it is minus Ia1, the impedance of the circuit is Z2 divided by total impedance, that is Z0 plus Z2 plus 3ZF. Okay, the fault current which is between the circuit, the B and the C. Okay, so that's what IB is equal to Ia0 plus A square Ia1 plus A into Ia2, and the IC can be written as Ia0 plus A into Ia1 plus A square into Ia2. Okay, here, so look into that, the Ia0, okay, this Ia0, so we can write it as 2 times Ia0. Okay, so this is A square Ia1, so this is A into Ia1, so you'll get A plus A square Ia1. So for this it is A into Ia2 and A square into Ia2, so this is what we'll get, A plus A square into Ia2. Okay, so we know that 1 plus A plus 1 plus A plus, okay, A square will get is equal to 0. Okay, so hence what we can write it as A plus A square can be written minus 1, so this will become minus Ia1, so this will become minus Ia2. Okay, so minus is the common, Ia1 plus Ia2. Okay, so already we know that Ia0 plus Ia1, because already we derived that Ia is equal to 0. Okay, so if it is Ia is equal to 0, can be written as Ia1, okay, plus Ia2, okay, plus Ia naught is equal to 0. Okay, from this what we can write it as, it is Ia1 plus Ia2 is equal to minus Ia1, okay, or Ia1 plus Ia2 is equal to minus Ia0. So this is what we are writing. So hence we'll get it is minus into minus, this is going to be plus. So hence If will become, it is a 3 times of Ia0. So that's what we have derived, we have substituted that the value of Ib plus Ic, so can be written as, okay, it is 3 times of Ia0. Okay, so what will happen, If is equal to, it is 3 times of Ia0. What is Ia0? Ia0 is equal to minus Ia1 Z2 divided by Z0 plus Z2 plus 3ZF. Okay, substitute this value, we will get, it is a, okay, it is minus 3ia1 Z2 divided by Z0 plus Z2 plus 3ZF. So in the absence of the neutral grounding, what will happen? Zn will become infinite, hence so Z0 is also become infinite, hence the fault current will become 0. Okay, so this is what. Okay, so Zn is infinite, Z0 is also infinite, so hence the fault current will become 0.